Soriano, one of the reporters of our group. The title is all about the police corruptions, global challenges, undermining justice and trust. So, let's talk about how corruptions within police forces, it is not just local or national issue. Kasi pang buong mundo to eh. It is a worldwide problema na nagpapahina ng justice system and nakakasira din siya ng tiwala ng mga tao doon sa law enforcement. So, I'll read the first paragraph. Introductions. Police corruption remains one of the most persistent and damaging issues, cooperations with organized crime. So, police corruption as isa siya sa mga serious problem na nakakaapekto sa lahat ng bansa o countries all over the world. Sabi dito, kapag ang isang police officer or ang police officer ay ginamit niya ang kanyang kapangyarihan para sa sariling kagustuhan o yung personal gain, like for example is yung taking bribes or helping criminals, pwede siyang ikasira or it-damage ng democracy. And pwede rin siyang ikahina ng justice and mawalan ng confidence yung mga tao doon sa government. So, it also mentioned na problem takes different forms. So, like bribery, extortions, and political manipulations. Nangyayari ito sa many regions such as Latin America, Central Asia, Eastern Europe, and the Caribbean. So in short, ito yung sets ng stage kung bakit yung issue na to is nagmamatter siya globally. So next is yung this AC examines the scope and nature of police corruption in 20 countries, restoring integrity and accountability. So, police corruption in 20 different countries, it says that we'll use reports and studies from trustworthy organizations to explore kung paano yung corruption nakakaapekto ng governance, ng law enforcement, and ng society. So, it will also talk about the cause, kung ano ba yung magiging causes and effect niya, mga ka-apekto of police corruption, and mention of some reform efforts or solutions that different countries have tried o mga trinay na para mabalik yung honesty in yung accountability ng kanilang police system. So basically, it an outline or map kung ano talaga yung maka-cover niya. So next is yung in Bolivia, police corruption has become a major obstacle to justice, crime to flourish. So specific regions to, so Bolivia, experience that Bolivia police corruption is isa sa mga pinakamalaking problema dun sa kanila kasi nga because of officers often take bribes, so kumuha ng mga bribes, protect criminals or nai-involve sila sa mga legal activities like drug trafficking. So according to Transparency International, kung bakit yung isa sa mga main reason kung bakit nagiging mahina yung governments and yung political interference and low salaries, yun ang yun ang tumutulak sa mga officers para sa maling paggamit ng kanilang power. Dahil dito, nawawala ng tiwala yung mga citizens doon sa police and kaya tumataas yung crime. And since nga yung corrupt yung mga officers, inaalaw nila yung mga criminals na mag-operate o malayang gawin lahat ng gusto nila. Gusto ng mga kriminal na may proteksyon ng police. So, corruption in Bolivia's police is a deeply connected to poor leadership. So, poor leadership siya. Low accountability and weak government control. Next, Guatemala faces equally severe challenges, hinder meaningful progress. So, here naman sa Guatemala, kung saan yung mga pulis, yun nga, nagbe-face din sila ng mga similar corruptions issues. So, sabi dito that the National Civil Police is also involved din sila sa bribery or abuse of power and even has ties to criminal organization. O kumbaga para silang may connected sila doon sa mga criminal organization. And drug cartels often influence officer using money or threats. So, binabayaran lang sila para itago yung mga maling ginagawa. So, instead of protecting citizens, so, yan nga, imbis na protektahan nila yung mga mamamayan o yung mga citizens, yung ibang pulis naman is, sa huli, nagiging, baliktad na is, ang pinoprotektahan na nila is yung mga criminals na. So, this makes the justice system unfair. So, which is true, di ba? Yung rich and yung powerful get away, while naman yung ordinary people o yung mga mamamayan natin is naghihirap dahil sa mga maling patakbo ng ating mga law enforcement. Even though there are efforts from international groups and reform programs para maayos to. So yung corruption is so deeply rooted. So sa sobrang ngayon na parang masyadong napabayaan, ganon, is nagiging mahina na yung progress para maayos pa. So, in short, Guatemala's police corruptions protects criminals and prevents real justice. Sakit, diba? So, next is yung Honduras. Police corruption is closely linked to violent crime. Fear the police as much as they fear criminals. So, dito naman sa focus Honduras, kung saan yung corruption is connected directly para makagawa ng krimen. Sabi dito, some police officers involved sila sa murders, drug trafficking, and extortions. And even yung mga senior officials nila ay konektado rin doon sa mga pagpatay sa mga anti-drug leaders. Diba? Although the government has tried to fix the system, so kahit na trinay daw ng government nila na maayos yung system, and nag-reform sila and investigations, yung effort na to ay hindi siya gumana daw or haven't worked well because kasi nga yung political interference and yung kahinaan ng enforcement. So, as a result, many Hondurans don't trust police. So, sa mga Hondurans daw, hindi daw nila pinagkakatiwalaan yung mga police. So, in short, mas kinakatakutan pa nila yung mga police kesa sa mga criminals. And which shows kung gaano talaga ka-serious, kung gaano talaga kalala yung